Oh, okay. Resources, image galleries. Oh, let me try this. Wow. Good day, y'all. Hey, whoever you are. Hey, family. Hey, we hope you're having a good day. But yes, the dog. I was looking up the dog roads since I couldn't find that other website that sister said for us to go to. When I do find it, then I'll mention it. I'll let you know. But yeah, I seen it yesterday that Martin Luther King's the bust, his statue has been removed from the Oval Office, and it's in like the dining room or something like that in the White House. It's next. It's in the next room next to the Oval Office of the White House, but it's not in the Oval Office anymore. It's in like the dining room, a big. I guess it's a big room, a big dining room where they keep stuff that they really don't want to see and be reminded of all that often. Oh, good day, JR. Good day, my brother. It's so good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a wonderful day. As of now, since last night, I don't think I'll be starting off saying good day, family, because I don't know who on the other side over there. And if they ain't for my ancestors, then yeah, all I can do is have a yeah, hey, hi. But good day and stuff, yeah, I like to reserve that for my people, for me. For me, we need to know another way of greeting each other. Between us, we need to greet each other differently, better. We need to elevate that communication. Just saying hi, good day, good morning, good death. I'd rather just say good day. So that right there, that's why I say it to my people and stuff. But it's so good to see you. And I'm just ready to read. I'm just ready to read today. Uh, and hope we don't have no repeats of last night, but considering who this is about, it's a lot of people hate my ancestors and they come out the woodwork, come out of everywhere, places you never even knew they would be in and stuff. So, I'll just take that as it is. I always got a cuss word on hands. Always got a cuss word on hands. But we're going to get back to Powernomics. Hopefully, we won't have to be interrupted in our scheduled readings. But when we do, I will pull out a reading we've already had. I will pull it out. I do show Willie Brown on this channel. You here to learn. We're here to learn. I'm here to show us things that we don't think about, we don't know about. We just not up on the information. We don't have that information, that knowledge. That's all I'm doing. It's my history. These things happened to my ancestors. So I got every right in my body, mind, soul, spirit to talk about it. To let us, Black America, know what's going on with us, what our people literally went through. 14-year-old Richard Coleman, John Pendleton, yep, so many. John Peterson, Will Burson, so many of them. And yeah, that's what I do when I'm hearing stuff. I try to stay on course with Powernomics, but at times, I might have to break out 100 years of lynching. It depends on who show up and who need that knowledge at that moment. Yeah. Just look at how, I was one of them that, how some people get hired on the spot and get in there and ass don't even know how to do the job like you said you did. But you got a little information. You got a little skill. That's me. I sat down here. I ain't even made out a curriculum yet. I'm just reading as we go. Learning as we go. Still trying to get used to this technological thing and, and make it where it's a little bit more less stressful for y'all. I really don't like to be in my emotions, but I love to cuss. So when I do feel like, I need to release, I may say spirit come through, woosa, all that good stuff. Or I might just let off some motherfucking cuss words because it ain't no problem for me. Now I'm motherfucking grown. I take accountability for what I've done. I try to the best of my abilities. I try to take accountability for what I've done. Yeah, I'm sorry. I picked up that $5 you dropped. Here, sis. I think this was yours. I held on to it for 5-6 minutes, though, because I was looking around to see, is it anybody else walking out the door, perhaps? They could have dropped this $5 bill. Could I have dropped it? But I try to do the right thing and stuff. Just try to do the right thing. I can't say that. And that come from my mother. That did not come from the Bible. My mama taught me that. So being here now and stuff, it's just like I'm in a new era. I'm in a new, the greatest time of my life. I'm in my prime. I am in my prime. Yes, I love it. I love my ancestors. I love y'all, Black America. I love us. We've been through so much. You're so wonderful. You're so magnificent. You don't even know your greatest work. You are so exceptional, Black America. If you could get past all these traumas, if we could get through these traumas right here, learn what they are, what they did, where it came from, then we can heal all of this. Own up childhood wounds we got, all kind of disappointments, regrets, missed opportunities, designed monopolies from white America, designed attacks, sabotages, never let ups. If we could pinpoint all these things and identify them, we could get past them. I feel like we can. I believe we can, but we don't know. It's going to be a lot to this when that rubber meets the road, Black America, and you got to actually see. You got to see that rubber on that road. And you see that it's you and your tormentors, those who have turned your minds inside out. Our people out there, that's probably going to be the face. That's probably going to be the face of re-enslavement again. I think that's very much a possibility to be tried at least, or proposed at least. Don't put nothing past white America. I don't. If y'all thinking now, face, it ain't gonna happen. I ain't saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying they will try it. They will definitely try it. Your ass need to be ready, Black America, for when they do. Because how you gonna come around and say after all your torture and trauma inflicted on my people, namely. And now all of a sudden, you don't want to even talk about what made my people this way. Those blockages were set up in our mind, in our life, in our communities for generations. It had an effect, and this is it, white America. This is it. What your ancestors have done to my ancestors. We see the result of it out there in the streets. Look in any city in this country. You'll find us. Go to some little towns, you'll find us, you'll see us. White folks keep their nose to us. They stay on us. But that's why we like this, like we are. Because of white America. And black America, I just want us to know. I'm not politically correct. I'm not sitting here proclaiming that I'm politically correct, and I don't want to be. So I'm not going to even strive to be politically correct. All I can say and try to guarantee y'all, as long as I don't go over, that 50 mark, 0 to 100. I do go there sometimes. It's to be respectful to pastors and reverends. And I know a bulk of our churches, pastors, reverends, have misled us. I know they misled us. So when I say they ass did wrong, that's what I mean. They ass did wrong. Because they got an ass too, just like everybody else. But I try not to call them bitches. If I get mad, I don't even like to say bitch unless I'm really mad. I'm really pissed off. Instead of saying 5 or 6 cuss words, I'm just going to say a resounding bitch. But I try not to do that to pastors, because I would never say that to my mother's pastor. I loved it, Reverend Wynn, in my own way. I loved her. My mother loved her. So, I would never call Pastor Wynn a B. And so I try to, I would never call Pastor Ray Hagins, Reverend Ray Hagins, a B or nothing like that. So, but when I go there with our other folks and stuff that proclaim they love us and they don't and stuff, yeah, I'm feeling some type of way about this stuff. If that's your daddy, then tell your daddy do right by black people or sit down. Let somebody else do it. Let somebody else do it. I don't know what made y'all think it was okay to stay in position and continue on. After you done made your first 2 or 3 bags, that should have been enough. What are you, let's say like city council members may get $100,000 a year. I don't know. I'm just pulling some numbers out the motherfucking air like they pulled up money out of air, created money out of thin air. Well, that's what I'm doing, so to speak. After you made your $100,000 a year for a couple of years, you done. You should be able to take that and create whatever you can, but let somebody else sit in that sincere seat. Because, see, we needed people in these political seats, in these educational seats that were going to circumvent all of these attacks against us and stuff. The educational attacks, political attacks, they call monopolies. They got wealth monopolies, educational monopolies, religious monopolies. I get it. I guess I get it that you wanted to do the job and do the right thing for your people, for Black America. However, when you got in there and you seen it wasn't that, you ain't finna do nothing for Black America. And somebody told me that too. But I'm just saying I never did make it there anyway. But you did. Some people that did. And you made it there and seen that it wasn't that after a couple of years, knowing that your ass was going to be ineffective for us, for Black people, for your people, you should have took them bags, that money that you got, and you should have went and told Shay, I can't do what needs to be done for our people. We talked about what we were going to do to help us when I got in there, but I got in there, and I can't do none of that. It's roadblocks everywhere. It's dead ends. It's cliffs. It ain't nothing to do but turn back around. Let us start our own political party. Let us make our own political table. Me and you, Shay. Let's just start out with me and you. We go out in the community and see who else want to have our own political party, our own political table that we set up. We draw our demands. We let our people know They come on, your demands is right on point. Because see, our people already been working on these. They already been working on these. You got to get down, honey. You got to get down. We don't even do this, and we ain't even gonna start. No, we ain't gonna start that. I'm just saying, some things, this got to be extreme measures. Let's read though. Uncle Kel, it's so good to see you. Good day, my brother. Good day, good day. I wasn't sure if I was gonna come on because I overslept. And then I thought, I'm trying to get to chapter 7. I'm trying to get to chapter 7. The copyright disclaimer on the 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as comment, criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Yeah, just to get that out the way right there. Let's see, where are we? We are on chapter 4 of Powernomics. And I know it's slow going because I don't read all that good. Then I do be talking and stuff and getting my comment and stuff, which I'm trying to get together. Just I thank you for your patience and your presence. Once I've got started, like you just gave me a push on my bicycle when I was a little girl, mama got to hold you till you can get to riding good. As long as you give me that push, 2 people. As long as I get that push and I can get started, then hey, I'm good. I'm good. If you got the goal, then that's wonderful. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you for giving me that push because this is still all new to me. It still is. I still just got to wait on 2. I'm so thankful I ain't got to wait on 12 or 20 people. By the time I start reading, the hour will be up. Because everybody ain't trying to learn, don't want to hear about Powernomics. What? We got to come up and step up against white America? We got to do something different against white America that white America is against. As opposed to what white America got in plan, we doing something different. We'll shy away from that. Dr. Claude talked about it in this book. It's to avoid blackness. Coalition building. We'd rather go build with other groups of people, other establishments, other organizations that other groups of people own. It's theirs. And we find comfort, just like we keep in white America comfort, to keep the peace. But to keep us comfortable, we'll go join with other organizations and establishments and stuff and think that that's doing us some good because we do see our our fighters, freedom fighters, if you will, activists, protests, whoever, however you want to label them. I'm not with that shit either. I ain't even got no labels. I'm just a grandmother. I'm a grandmother, great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother. I'm a black woman. But we do see them. And they knock on our doors. I used to do it too. And ask us to, hey, will you join this organization? We doing this, this, and this. And we meet here and here. And we got fruits and waters. You can bring the babies and stuff like that. And so we do think that's okay. I did too. I thought it was okay. But for some reason, I never did, really just join and, and be there and participate my all in all. I don't know why. I guess because 1, I maybe didn't know what I know today. Number 2, I really thought that these practices, these organizations, these setups were sincere. So, I didn't have no problem going and do it and stuff. But if it ain't right and stuff, I can feel it ain't right. It might take me a while because I'll still be thinking that, yeah, this is right. You got to be committed and be on time and stuff. See, it's okay. It's a difference between protesting and marching. I can protest and march all day long. I got the energy. I got the focus and the passion to be out there protesting and marching. I could canvass all day long. Yeah, I can knock. I can knock on your door. Yeah, I'll come up to you and explain to you what this is and stuff. I don't have a problem doing that, but I got a problem when I'm sitting in meetings and it ain't really resonating no benefits in business for my people, my ancestors. I won't linger. I won't linger like that. I'll find something else. I'll move on to something else. So maybe that's why I never did really just get solidified in these organizations and the establishments and nonprofits and stuff like that, because I had formed bonds. I had formed bonds with my community, with my people, and I still got them bonds with my communities, my people. I still got them because when they see me, anybody see me, I remember you. I'm still on the same about my people, about Black people. See, me being with other groups and stuff wasn't gonna get what we needed. No, they'd have been there to shut me down. We got to find some kind of way to get a rein on them. So it just didn't resonate with me. Deep inside, I knew that it wasn't right. So after a few years or what have you and stuff, yeah, I'm into something else. I can do something else. This right here ain't keeping me around. It ain't keeping me around. And that's how it is. That's how it's going to be with us. And our people that set us up for this coalition building, that's what it's called. Dr. Claude Anderson said, we don't trust you no more. I don't. You can't lead me nowhere. You can't suggest to me nothing, not even your heaven. Not even your heaven, because you're misleading us with that too. With your Bible, with this your Bible, this mine. So see, things are totally different now. Y'all not being seen in the same light no more, like you was. The common Black person, Black woman, myself, didn't reach none of your pinnacles. Your educational, your financial pinnacle, your political pinnacle, your religious pinnacle. We didn't reach none of them. I didn't reach none of them. But you ain't got nothing for me. Those of us like this, that's looking for sincerity like me, all sincerity, you ain't got it. You lost my trust. You lost my trust. So all of those, it might not be as many as the ones that'll let you sell them out. They okay being a sacrifice. But all of us not okay with y'all asses sacrificing us. And you done lost our trust. So now we going into this, life will never be the same. We are in the new world order. Yeah, we might just done turn the knob and open the door a little bit, but we damn sure in it. And y'all can't do nothing for us now, as far as I'm concerned. As far as faith, the nation is concerned, you done missed the opportunity. You waited too late to get the bag and put somebody else in position there or start your own. Because you were supposed to go let everybody else know, ain't no need sitting down right here. Well, let me get my ass up because I see I'm in the wrong group. Let me get my ass up. And get your ass out the way. You too. I'm sitting in my little spot right here. You got the whole apartment, everything. I digress though. But yeah, I'm just saying, to set us up like this and stuff, it just don't work. It don't work no more. It do not work no more. However it resonates with you and stuff, see that this illusion is all it is. This is a stage. Everybody been participating. Everybody's pawns for white America. On your ass, Black America. Your ass, your Black ass is the one that keep everybody comfortable. You keep everybody on an even keel. Everybody can focus and not worry. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Black America has not arisen. They ain't rose. They ain't woke. They ain't elevated. So yeah, we can get these things together. We can get these things together and do for us. It don't work no more. All that's broken. But let's read though. We are on chapter 4, as I said. We read, we've been learning quite a bit. We learned about the 3 major impediments against us. Number 1, maldistribution of the wealth. Number 2, our inappropriate behaviors. You know that shit wrong. What you're doing and stuff, letting them babies out there twerking and stuff like that and all this. Now, you know it's wrong. Calling you out your name. Hi, sis, how you going to let them kids call you out your name? How you going to do it? It don't make no sense. You got to set some boundaries. You got to. You got to set some boundaries with the babies. We all do. Not just you, me too. Because I'm about ready. This year, I will slap. Yeah, you're old enough now. Your ass 15 years old. You're old enough to be slapped in the face. for cussing your grandma out. Did I come in here? Did I hear you in here cussing out my mama? What the hell? Because she won't give you $20. Take your ass out there and mow somebody's yard. You got 3 lawnmowers in the back of the house. So, yeah, I'm to the point now where I will get out of line with your grandmama. Get out of line with your mama. I don't give a damn. Get out of line with your auntie. Jump on your baby sister and see what I'm going to do. I'm going to slap both of them jaws. I'm going to slap both of them jaws because they need it. We done let our babies get too out. Remember, white folks' kids used to just be buck wild. But your babies knew. We at the doctor's office. You can walk over there and get you a book or a coloring book. Here, get your books. But you ain't finna just be twirling in the whole doctor's office, all behind the counter, going through them folks' cabinets, pulling out ear swabs, tongue pressers, got all the ink pens up there sitting on the lady's lap, the receptionist's lap, drawing. White kids. Remember how white kids used to be like that? And you would see some black parents be like, my child would never. I wish she would. I wish she would get her ass up and run around here now. Well, now they doing it. Everything that crosses the mind, our children is prone to do it. Think it's cool. Think that's the end style. That's what you do. It's another trend, following trends and challenges and shit. We got to set some boundaries. Them the inappropriate behaviors. Coalition building is an inappropriate behavior too. And the third one is the lack of a national plan. We ain't got no national plan. We do now. And we 20 years late. I'm 20 years late with Powernomics. I done had the book like 5 years, but I wasn't at the right place for me to even be reading it. I was trying, but I couldn't get no traction. It wasn't the right time with me. Then we learned about the monopolies. You got wealth monopolies, religious monopolies, your educational monopolies, judicial monopolies, all kind of monopolies. You know about the red line and Jim Crowism and stuff. It's so many things that we have no idea of, no knowledge. All of this is like new language for me anyway. I mean, other than reading these books, it ain't even nobody in my life that ever talks like any of these books talk about. Nobody. So, this is slow going for me. And I can apologize to y'all, but I'm not, because I'm so proud of myself for even putting myself here, not being a faceless channel, which, after that first few, readings and stuff, that was a wrap, being a faceless channel. It is what it is. I'm here now. You see me, and I see some of y'all, and I thank you for having your profile up, not hiding behind a computer. And, it's okay if you want to do it. Hell, everybody doing it. And it's okay because it really don't affect me directly, but I don't know who you are. And I don't want to be calling your family. And I don't know who you are now. I know now that my ancestors' enemies, their open enemies, their descendants are still out there. This same hate and rage is still out here. So, yeah, I will be toning down my familial greetings to us. I'm more better, beneficial to me and us if I can just greet you one-on-one as soon as I see your face and your name right there. I'm just saying for me. Because honey, Kathy will never, Karen, Sabrina either. I don't give a damn if Sabrina got 6 kids and 2 sets as twins. I don't care. Will never, ever be my sister. I don't have no trust for them. I don't want to be in their spaces, and I don't want them in mine. So, yeah, as far as that, I can do what I got to do. Yep, I can, and I will. But, so we've been reading about ethno-aggregation, vertical integration. We learned the difference between neighborhoods and communities, and we see more readily everything that we've lost that we had of our own. I'm just trying to catch us up a little bit and stuff. It's so much in here and stuff. We learned about some skills that we need and the tools that we need. And the right combination of skills is that appropriate mindset. You can't be thumping to WAP as soon as you wake up in the morning. That's what your babies wake up to. You putting on that WAP, wet ass pussy. I guess that's what it stands for. That's what they wake up to in the morning. That ain't gonna do. That's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. Put on Dick Gregory. Let them wake up to Dick Gregory. And they gonna wake up, Mama, who was that man in there? And then they come in there, oh, I didn't know who that man was, but keep him on. He gonna get their attention. Dr. Francis Chris Wilson gonna get their attention. Now for the babies, for the little ones, if you got to, put on Neely Fuller, the animation, the cartoons. The little babies, they'll love that. Yeah, they're getting ready for school anyway. They'll be listening to Neely Fuller in the background. And Neely is for us also. So them cartoons, they work dually. It's working for the little ones because they can listen to it. They can watch it. It's not going to, send them off, And for us older ones and stuff that's a little older, yeah, it's appropriate for us too because we've been no knew this. We supposed to been no knew this knowledge. I'm just saying. We need a clear direction. We need a sense of group self-interest and a competitive group spirit. We can't do this just for us. Face don't want no goddamn mini mansion. I don't. For what? What I want a mini mansion for? If I do, I'm coming to get all y'all asses. Come on. Yeah, everybody, you might have to, everybody take a corner in the room. Take a corner. You're going to fix your little kitchen and bathroom all in the middle and stuff. Gonna separate it and stuff, and that's gonna be that. Everybody got a room. Ain't that how they did and like in the Bruce Lee movies? And they had that little net in the corner, and that was their corner right there. Don't you bring your ass over here at this corner. You better stand 3 feet to the back and say what you got to say. I'll lift that curtain up and give you what you need if you need it. But the corner, the reason why they was in the corners is the corner is the warmest place in the house. I don't know. I guess because the wind ain't shooting into the corner and stuff. But yeah, it is. I was wondering why is it like that? I thought it had to do with the space. Well, that too. Because if you got multiple people in the room and stuff, yeah, you got that space in between everybody. You got that space in between everybody. That corner is your own little personal space right there for you. I'm just saying. Then we learned about the 4 powernomic tools, y'all, to empower us. The empowerment culture of group vision, the paradigm of ethno-aggregation, and the paradigm of vertical integration. We've been learning so many things in this book right here. Oh, you also got media monopolies also. You got media monopolies. And yeah, I'm just trying to catch us up a little bit. Oh, and then with the monopolized society, you got a natural monopoly, collusive monopoly, and then you got shared monopoly. Natural monopoly is when each business or each organization, I don't know, however they separate themselves and stuff, they protect things for them. Yeah, well, you maybe can go over there and work with Young, but you cannot come here and work with Karen. That it's phrased differently, of course. And it's put differently, but that's to protect that business right there. We only hire Sabrina and Karen's and Ken and Brad's here. It's put, it's politically correct though. That would be natural. A collusive monopoly, to me, a collusive monopoly is when everybody decide how they gonna keep your black ass out. Karen, you can't go over here with Karen now and work with them, study with them, build with them, create with them. Not for black people, you can't. You can't go over there with Young now because Young said, no, me no speak English, no, and then you try to look at everything and everything is in another language. You ain't never even seen it before. You don't know it. So everybody works together to keep you out of that. Like the hair care industry. Let's say the hair care industry. You can't get in it. Everybody got it sold up. Other group of people got it sold up. So one company might say, well, you can come and work here. But the other one's going, no, you can't come and work there. Well, once they do it individually for their business, that's to protect their business. You see a lot of their restaurants and stuff. You don't see other people, not even white people working in there. She might be a manager or something, if you see her. But waitresses, the cooks, and the other staff and stuff is like their people and stuff. But when they all come together like that to keep you out of whatever way you decide you're going to come in, drop from the top if you want to. You can't get in it. Your ass gonna hit a blockage. That's collusive monopoly because they all working together. Well, she came over and She had a whole bunch of mixed kids with her, and put in an application where all of them gonna work together to make sure you can't get in, even if you do got mixed kids and stuff. Whatever, you do got money, that you can afford to put into that practice, that business, whatever it is. They all gonna come together and make sure they don't even need it. You ain't got no work there. It's not worthy to have you there. And then the last one was the shared monopoly. Oh, they sharing with each other to keep you out. Yeah, well, I really could use the extra help. They got extra. They be bringing workers, people to work and stuff, and new knowledge, new ideas and stuff, and the finances that they bring in with them. See all of the benefits that you bring, Black America. Well, when they come together, and it's mostly the ones that hate you, don't want to have nothing to do with you. When they come together and stuff, oh yeah, they're damn near pay them. Well, you ain't got to have them in there. We're doing this together and stuff. We just got to keep them out, because if you let Black America get in just a little bit, they're going to knock the door off the hinges. They're going to kick the door off the hinges because, hey, truth be told, don't nobody need no motherfucking world of curls but Black America. Don't nobody need no blue magic. Ain't nobody out here running around with no hairspray, or don't nobody need this for Black America. Why? Why? Tell me why. I understand that I understand that women, we all use hair care products, but don't nobody need this. Why you got to have Young? Why you got to have the whole hair care store wrapped up around Black women and stuff? Can't you just have some mousse and shampoo and your conditioner? I'm just saying, you don't need all of this right here. Why couldn't you leave a window, a door, a little hatch open for the people that really need this? I'm just saying, don't make no sense to me and stuff. But yeah, we read. So that's just some stuff I've been learning. Cause see, I didn't know none of this stuff. I didn't know all this stuff. Shit. Hell, I thought we was okay. I thought y'all white America, I thought you was okay. And you wasn't a threat to Black America anymore, but you are. So, it is what it is now. I can't change it. Y'all ain't tried to change it. You haven't. Your mama haven't. Your sister ain't. Your grandmama ain't. Your great grandmama ain't. You felt okay with having just one or two white people proclaim that they doing the best they can do for Black America. And you was okay with that. We are too. Now we can do it ourselves. But it was in 1790, y'all, that America decided that the government, your people, decided that America is a white nation. Yep. All the assets, all the benefits. It was the naturalization and immigration law that America is a white nation. It ain't no more. No. See how they just pulled it out of thin air and made it a white nation? I think all y'all white folks need to go back where you come from. You got it right there. Why would y'all need to become proclaim yourself as a nation right here in America, and you wasn't even here? You wasn't even here. You didn't belong here. You did not. You ain't done nothing that you were supposed to do to fix any of these things. I mean, all of this right here, I'm still just trying to learn and familiarize myself with it. Because, baby, when I do find my soul tribe, when I catch up to this right here, and I click with my sisters and my brothers, oh, yeah, I'm going to know. They ain't going to have to spend too much time. Now, we might have to walk slow at the back, because I know they're going to fill me in on some stuff that I have missed. But when I do find them and stuff, yeah, the changes that Black America need will be known from me, my parts. See, all of us got something to contribute to us. We all do. I don't care if your only contribution is coming in there, helping us with our hair. Girl, let me fix your hair up real fast. Come here, sis. Let me hook you up real fast and stuff. Do your hair up and stuff before you go on. Hook all of us up. When you leave, so fucking what? You got $350 in your pocket doing what you love to do. You love black hair. I'm just saying, whatever it is. But yeah, I know I get off track and stuff. But I'm long-winded. I'm very long-winded when it comes to black people. So So let's see a look at the traditional role of schools. We know Horace Mann was the architect, that man of the schools, parochial schools. That's what I was trying to think of the other day. Well, this man, he flat out ignored slavery, Jim Crowism. What did Dr. Cloud say? He ignored everything. He ignored the existence of racism when he built them schools. And they fashioned them schools. You got your curriculum, you got your whole setup for them schools. It was never for us. And they didn't change it and make it to include us when we got there. They did not. And so, yeah, Horace Mann was his name. Education is not enough. Oh, did we read that? Yeah, we'll start with education is not enough. Because we also learned about the money. Educational gains versus economic stagnation. That's another tablet. Once I write these out, then I'll be able to show them more when I go through the book and try to catch us up to date and stuff. But education is not enough. Since education was not designed to eradicate wealth and other inequalities between the races, were the descendant of slaves wrong in wanting an education? Since education was not designed to eradicate wealth and other inequalities between the races, were the descendants of slaves wrong in wanting an education? No, we could not be wrong. Nobody's wrong for wanting an education, knowledge, information. Nobody is. We went wrong in just looking at it to get that paper, to get that diploma. That's where we went wrong at. We should have been getting an education so that we could focus on our economics. We could focus on us. We were trying to get that education so we could get that paper and reach the, educational pinnacle, become successful, move to a gated community with white folks, and that's where we went wrong at, to me. But I digress. Let's read. It's just that education was not enough. The majority of society knew this during Reconstruction, when they elected to deny Black ex-slaves 40 acres and a mule and give them a marginal education instead. The majority society, white people knew this. They knew that education wasn't enough. They knew this during Reconstruction when they elected to deny Black ex-slaves 40 acres and a mule and give them instead a marginal education. Education is an empowerment tool only, y'all. This Dr. Claude Anderson, he never lied to us. Education is an empowerment tool only when it's used in the right sequence. Now, how many of us know somebody? And I know we do. They got that diploma and ain't really doing nothing with it. It ain't really being used by them. Yeah, you can prove that you graduated to get a job, some of us got the GED. I got a GED. I didn't even walk across no stage. I got to 11th grade and dropped the fuck out. I should have went on and quit in 3rd grade as soon as I learned reading and writing and arithmetic. And told my mama, let Shay teach me. We go to the library and get some Black books. Yeah, but that never happened. I'm just saying, though, for me. So, education is not enough. And I guess during the Reconstruction, white people knew that we didn't know. Because when they denied us 40 acres and a mule, we couldn't fight back. We didn't have the knowledge, the information, the skills. We didn't have the resources to fight back, to read, understand it, comprehend it, and fight back that way. And so once they knew that, they knew, oh yeah, they ain't even caught up educationally. They can't catch up educationally, intellectually. They can't read these books and catch up with us, so we can always stay 10 steps ahead on manipulating them and locking them out and blocking their asses. That's how it looks to me. Education is an empowerment tool only when it's used in the right sequence. Black people were given no choice but to focus on social and education rights. rather than economic rights. In a capitalistic democracy, however, economic achievement and mobility must occur before a group attempts to open up channels of educational opportunities. Economic achievement and mobility must occur. It must happen before a group attempts to open up channels of educational opportunities. The educational achievements will then engender a corresponding set of cultural values and a further appreciation for educational achievement. Education allows a group to consolidate and extend its economic gains in the marketplaces. Let's see what that is saying to me, because when I was in school, I didn't really know or knew to focus on social justices and economic classes and courses and stuff like that. It was social and education rights, social rights and stuff, how to socialize and get along and work and be part of a team. It wasn't never nothing about black people. There was never in the options. And when it was in the options and stuff, at that point, I didn't know what it meant, what it entailed. See, we don't. We pretty much let our babies choose their own courses and stuff. Tell them now. Well, if they still going to be in these parochial schools, because we really need to get on code with having our own schools also. Get on code with having our own schools also. You see how slow mine is going. You see how slow my school is going. And I don't care if Fannie Lou Hamer is my idol. That's my sister, my shero. And it's her inspiration with $1.50. And that little bitty pencil her students was using, that I'm going to keep buying books. I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to keep learning and meditating to teach us, because we need to know these things. We just need to know them. But if we got the right education, the right focus, and we get in the right position, then that education is when it's really being used. That's when it can benefit black people. Education allows a group to consolidate and extend its economic gains in the marketplaces. When Jewish immigrants began immigrating into this country in the latter part of the 19th century, they first established an economic base. They didn't want to have to ask white folks for nothing. If they did, when white folks denied them, told them they weren't good enough, they weren't going to do it, they didn't have the funds, whatever, gave them that excuse, they went and did it themselves. They went and everybody lived together. 23 people in a 2-room house. Everybody lived together. The pregnant woman got the most comfortable positions and stuff that she could. I'm just saying. And they built it up themselves. They got their economic together, their money. They got their monies together. And yeah, they didn't sit around and wait on white America and just be like, oh, well, we'll take the little few handouts. Other folks did not do that. Fortunately, they entered the country with some skills that were needed in America's emerging industries. They were able to capture these industries based more on cultural experiences and chance than on educational achievements. After succeeding in these industries, they used their acquired wealth, political clout, and social acceptance to enter and begin dominating education. Yep. If black people are going to eliminate the myths about why they have not achieved, they must understand that structural racism forced black Americans to lift themselves in reverse by putting education and social goals before economics. That's what it did. Yep. It made us focus on social goals and integrating instead of focusing on economics. It's a whole motherfucking sabotage. Though black people demonstrated spectacular educational achievement and a total willingness to be long-suffering, they could not translate those educational achievements into economic gains. Because we did reach those educational pinnacles. A lot of people reached them. They still ain't able to use it for us. We, common folks like me, Sincere folks like me, like you, we the ones is finna come up and do these things. Because see, that educational pinnacle that they got, they didn't use it for our benefit economically. They didn't use it for our benefits economically. There is practically no inherent economic power associated with an educational achievement. The only power you get from educational achievement is you. You got maybe a better job, you're making more money, you got a bigger house, you got a couple of more cars, you got some probably wearing name brand clothes. That's about it. As far as doing something significant for your people, being there, creating something long lasting, permanent, forever, having visions for your people, no, you didn't reach that. So success where? I'm just saying, if you call that success, getting yourself up where you belong in a comfortable spot with our natural open enemies, then that ain't success. You misled. Black America has encouraged its children to get a good education and find a good job in a white corporation or some level of government. Most ethnics, especially white corporations, most ethnics, especially the Jews and Asians, they encourage their children to get a good education, develop some on-the-job experience, then use their education to start their own business. Start their own business. There are few Black businesses in which Black children can use their educational skills. As stated earlier, clearly a fundamental change is needed in the roles that schools play in the lives of Black people. And I think it was Jonathan Cazole, and he was some type of white man, but he said that schools ain't nothing but the glorification of white achievements. Yep, the glorifications of white achievements. That's why, to me, in my opinion, Black children are godly, are so restless. By the time they get up some age, my mama and grandmama and them used to say, "Are you smelling your ass, ain't you?" Yeah, you smelling your ass. Make that wrong move if you want to. But today, our babies and stuff are restless. As soon as they get over learning reading, writing, arithmetic, that's about it. That's when the restlessness takes hold. Because after that right there, it ain't nothing but learning about white America. Lies about white America, how white America has achieved this and achieved that, and that's why we become mentally restless. And then say that may be third grade, second grade for those that are really intelligent. That all this reading and writing and arithmetic, I came out the womb knowing this shit. They get it like that. If they ain't got some intellectual, educational tether holding on to them, yeah, we're gonna steer her right on up to the political board, the political seats, and we're gonna have her thinking like white folks, acting like white folks, voting like white folks. That way, when she get there, she'll be on their side. See, ain't none of this structure to help us, our children. So by the time they don't learn reading, writing, and arithmetic, most of them is restless. They restless. At that point, you're supposed to be teaching them. You're supposed to be teaching them something that resonates with them at that point. You ain't supposed to be teaching them about Christopher Columbus and George Washington. You ain't supposed to be teaching them about all of that. That may be for white kids. But your ass is in white schools. Another reason why we should not be letting white folks teach our children. Malcolm said it. I ain't the first one saying it. I'm just agreeing with it. If I had some babies, yeah, I'd be teaching my babies right here, right now. I sure would. But I digress. Who are the schools failing, though? One of the most frequently heard complaints in the closing years of the 20th century was that schools were failing. If public schools are failing, they are failing only whites, Asians, Hispanics, and other ethnic immigrants. Schools do not now, nor did they ever, fail in what they were designed to do for Black children: create a labor class in service to white society. Schools have always been mirrors that reflect the values, the goals, the needs, and the priorities of the society and the communities they serve. they have remained almost exclusively controlled by white people through government policymakers, boards of education, and major corporations. These powerful bodies approve the curriculum, the staffing, and the instructional materials, regardless of their physical location. Regardless of their physical location, racial, ethnic makeup, schools all across America had to teach their children European American values. The quality of teaching and the educational outcomes track the racial lines of power and wealth. The academic scores of elementary and secondary schools strongly correlate with parental income, wealth, and education. High income students can more easily afford special coaching from parents, professional remedial help, and even private schools. Schools perpetuate wealth and racial advantages that are intergenerational in nature. Schools produce in their students whatever skills, attitudes, or other characteristics public policy makers and business owners need in their present and future workforce. Following the Civil War, for example, the country needed an industrial labor force. President Lincoln signed a national immigration law in the early 1860s that encouraged migration from Europe, Asia, and Spanish-speaking countries. So America's first public schools following the Civil War were established to educate the influx of immigrants to become leaders of industry, business owners, professionals, and members of the managerial classes, managerial classes, like the managers and stuff. Ignored by Lincoln, Black people was never educated to be owners, never educated to be managers, never educated to be members of the intellectual class. We wasn't. They were educated to be the workforce for those overclasses. So white folks seen it like, when he did this in 1860, this was another national immigration law in the early 1860s. However, in the beginning of this right here, I did read to you that in 1790, that was the naturalization and immigration law in 1790 that declared America a white nation. Then you got it almost 100 years later, 1790 to 1860. Oh, well, it is over 100 years. You got white people. The government, President Lincoln, the president, signed a national immigration law, another national immigration law, letting immigrants come over here so white folks is at the top. They like the roof on the house. The people in the middle is the staff. They're going to be doing the cleaning, the cooking, the washing, the ironing, everything that's in the house and stuff. Now, the people at the bottom is the ones that's going to be walked on. They got to walk and cut the grass with scissors, I guess. Cut the grass on the ground with scissors. That's what the Black folks said and stuff. So the reason why they brought Lincoln, in my opinion, the reason why he brought all these other people over here, he signed that law in 1890, the 1860s, was so that the people in the middle in the house, the people in the house that's doing the work, that's got to sign the papers, that's going to see everything coming through, that's going to be part of the organization, the establishment and stuff, the power structure. It won't be us. It'll be some old people that'll be keeping watch over us. You see how that works? It's like a house. It's like a house. We at the bottom, we the ground right here. The people in the middle in the house are the people that he brought over here. Abraham Lincoln signed the law and allowed them to come over here and stuff so they could keep a watch on us. So white America at the top, they the owners, the bosses. All this is their house, they land, everything is theirs and stuff. So while they keep an eye on them, they keep an eye on us, they keep an eye on everybody. That's kind of how it is to me. Yeah, some fucked up sabotage shit, but that shit is over now. Come out of the house, Black America. This is a burning house. The Powernomics Education Plan. The Powernomics Education Plan calls for a total restructuring of schools in Black neighborhoods. The Powernomics Education Plan calls for a total restructuring of schools in Black neighborhoods. Like an assembly line that is producing an outdated and non-competitive product, the educational assembly lines within Black communities need to be shut down and re-engineered to address the collective needs of the children and their communities. The educational assembly lines within Black communities need to be shut down and re-engineered to address the collective needs of the children and their communities. Black children come to schools bearing different burdens, different experiences, and different needs. They are entitled to an education program that addresses who and what they are. The same is true with the Black community. They too have goals and ambitions for their children. Both the needs of the students and the goals of the adults ought to be reflected in a national education plan. This plan should this plan should dovetail with what Black America wants to achieve and where it wants to go. Since the primary purpose of education is to be the great equalizer, that's what Horace Mann designed the common schools as, the great equalizer. That's what he referred to it as. Restructuring the education experiences of Black children to promote their competitiveness in all areas of society is a goal of the Powernomics plan for self-empowerment. Once the goals of the education plan have been accepted by Black communities, Black educators have the responsibility of modifying school curriculum, instructional materials, teaching methods, extracurricular activities, administration, community-based activities, school-parent relationships, and even professional services with the specific intent of bringing educational parity to Black children. That's it right there. That's it. The driver of the reform steps that are offered below is a firm belief that Black-dominated schools and educators can rise to the challenge and play an essential role in the economic and political reform of Black America by the year 2005. We 20 years late. We 20 motherfucking years late. 20 years late. Ain't that some shit? Now, it's not so much that we are working to restructure the schools, the public schools. Now we seeing the lift off of Black families, Black parents, homeschooling. And to me, I began to notice more of it during the shutdown, the lockdown, during C-19, CV-19. You ain't getting up and move, I said. And now it's still going. It's still taking off. I think it seemed like it's on an even keel now, whereas it went up like that. It seemed to have maybe tapered off a little bit. But that's just because we ain't seeing us still doing it. I guess Black America, we feel like, oh, that was just for them. Now we're back in parochial schools, public schools like we were. No, we're not. White America just made sure to tone down us getting that knowledge, us being able to witness and see that and know that it works. But it's still taking off, teaching our babies at home and stuff. Education reform number 1, halt school integration. School integration has failed and it should be stopped. It should be motherfucking stopped. That's what I was saying earlier. White women knew, white men did too, but white women knew especially that they needed to teach a new curriculum to Black children, to Black babies. They knew it. They didn't try to. They didn't want to. They felt like, oh yeah, if we do introduce a new curriculum, then yeah, black dominance will excel. And they couldn't do that. They had all the love and peace and kindness and generosity, in our children and stuff, but they could not stand up for a new curriculum. Even those that's got mulatto mixed kids, even those white teachers that's got Black husbands, they still couldn't do it. Not even for their own Black kids, half Black kids. Because see, the overall agenda is for them mixed kids to eventually assimilate into the white majority society. And in those ways, it's gonna increase white numbers. So see, even that right there has been weaponized against your Black ass. Even though halting school integration would surely be celebrated by social conservatives, Black America has little choice. The pain of school integration is borne almost completely by Black Americans. The majority white society has not been required to give Black people anything they did not already have. They profited while Blacks bore the pain. School integration ought to be halted for the following reasons. School integration, it ought to be halted for the following reasons. First, the original intent of the Clarendon County, South Carolina lawsuit in 1953 was for parity in the allocation of education funding. I never heard of that. The Clarendon County, South Carolina lawsuit in 1953 was for parity in the allocation of education funding. Under a separate but equal public policy, Black people wanted to stop the local Board of Education from giving white schools 4 times as much money as they allocated to Black schools. Black people were more concerned about the equal than the separate. Second, the United States Supreme Court's Brown versus Board of Education ruling that segregated schools were inherently inferior and unequal was wrong. It was wrong. They are unequal when they are unequally supported. Instead of integrating and busing Black students into white schools, the Supreme Court should have ordered the Board of Education to bust more money, better instructional materials, better trained staffs, and newer equipment into Black schools. Third, research studies conducted in Norfolk, Virginia in 1995 and other school districts revealed that Black children are not performing significantly better in integrated schools than they were in all Black schools. Black children are not performing better in integrated schools than they were in all Black schools. It's my opinion that we learn better, we focus better, we study better, we retain information better when we're learning in our own schools with us, about us. Like Marva Collins School. Marva Collins, Westside Preparatory Story. It's on YouTube. One of me and my grandbaby's favorite movies to watch is hers. And them babies, honey, being there learning together. It was a couple of unrulies in there. Martin, I think that was his name, the little boy Martin, was unruly, didn't want to listen, didn't want to study. But once she got his attention, Martin couldn't decide if he wanted to be a lawyer or a judge. He wanted to be a pilot. He couldn't decide. Them babies, their intellect went through the roof, vertical integration. She put everything she had into that school. And them babies, every last one of them, they were reading. Little Tina was in the 5th grade and couldn't even read. The schools, white schools, were letting our children think was actually subtly planting seeds of doubt that they were slow, mentally challenged. They were afflicted. Them babies, honey, got with Marva Collins. You begin to see that, and that intelligence just grow, sprout, and bloom, honey. Tina, 5th grade, couldn't read. By the time Tina left Marva Collins, because she knew too much, it was time for her to go to another school and stuff. But she knew enough that she could keep her focus. She would know when they wasn't teaching her right. And Marva Collins had taught all of them, instilled in all of them to stand up for themselves, stand up for your people. So Tina, when she left Marva Collins, honey, Tina was reading at 11th grade level. She was reading at an 11th grade level. That's how it is. So yeah, I do believe we learn better. Our babies learn better. They do better. They focus more. They retain information more when they are in Black schools. But they have to have teachers that can help them get their focus and settle themselves. Just let them know, babe, I know you're restless, and I know why. I know why you're restless. Baby, you so restless, your mind, your body, your spirit, you can't even sit still. You just over there. You can't even listen, and then you just got to keep getting up and keep doing stuff. You can't sit down, but baby, we finna learn about Malcolm X. We finna learn about George Washington Carver. We finna learn, just tell them. We finna learn about Benjamin Button. Design your own city. Design your own state. Yeah, teach them things that's gonna really make them want to sit down. And instead of doing all that, pissing around and messing with stuff and stuff, their leg might just be shaking. They might just be shaking their leg and stuff, but they quietening down. See, it's the information, it's the knowledge we got to give our babies. It's quite simple. It's really so fucking quite simple. White America just felt like we can't teach them nothing. Can't teach them none of it. You only teach them what's going to allow them to help and benefit us. And so that's why we see this happening and stuff. Moreover, some schools showed either no progress or in some instances, academic achievement gaps that were widening than closing. Fourth, integration made Black people guests in America. Integration made Black people guests in America. How the fuck you go from being this your land? Well, we know Dolls Road. Them Dolls Road. We're gonna look that up too. That's what I've been trying to find. To being guests. Everybody claim this land now. Everybody do $105 Indians like, oh, we've been here for this long, and they got it down to a pack, honey. When they bought your title, your legacy, your land that they didn't get, and were fooled and manipulated, they were lied to also. But when they came over here and they bought your identity for $5, they were serious. They were very sincere, honey, and looked just like white folks. I'm just saying, to me, Native American look just like white folks. Look just like white folks. They ain't native. They come from somewhere else. They grandmama came from somewhere else, bought the title, the identity, and took it on. They took it on. I'm just saying. But we'll read about all that because I want to get the total gist too. I want to learn and understand how it really went down too. See, and if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Hey, I was wrong. Indians was here too when we was here. Now, I know for a fact, Black people the first people on the planet. So, yeah, we was here first. We was here first. Black people was here on this planet 290,000 years before white folks even set foot. Before white folks even set foot. And ain't no telling before other people set foot. So, say the Native Americans, we were here 210,000 years before the Native Americans. But we were still on the planet. That's how we get around. That's how you see people everywhere. We get around. When the cosmic energy wanted to experience life on Earth, and it had to become human void, human, flesh and blood, and it hit the Earth, and it spread out on the Earth like that. Them seeds was Black. That carbon was Black, and it sprouted. Now, I've been listening to brother, not Neil deGrasse, but I've listened to some of Neil, and I get with some of the stuff he's saying, but he ain't telling us what we really need to know. So, them seeds sprouted, and that's why we get groups of people everywhere and stuff, because they all come from Black folks, because Black people was everywhere on this planet. Everywhere on this planet. White America just used everything to their advantage. Anybody can steal your purse and use everything that's in it. They saw you when you dropped your purse and picked it up and using everything in it like it's theirs. That's why the ass is finna get karma for that. You can't steal directly, indirectly, and know you stealing and then still make it okay. If you is, you got to steal because you're hungry and you didn't want to steal that hot dog, but you got all of them. You reached over there when you passed by that newsstand and you grabbed every last one of them hot dogs you can. You didn't even get the bread. Then when you get home with them babies and stuff, everybody got a hot dog. You ain't got but 3 kids. You grab like 9 hot dogs. Because you know they real thin. You just grab a handful of them, scoop them up, and take them home. Everybody going to eat tonight. That's going to get you a little mercy. That was your blessing. You see that was your blessing, because you know you asked, oh, forgive me for doing this, Lord, and I'm going to scrape all them hot dogs when I walk past that newsstand today. Yeah, you know, but just to do stuff, steal stuff, manipulate stuff, you ain't supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. And that's what has exactly been done. But last but not least, fourth, integration made Black people guests in America. Integration has been used to justify closing Black schools, firing black teachers and black administrators. Integration been used to busing black children way over there. Got to drive an hour and a half. You got to ride an hour and a half to get to school. You so tired when you get there, you can't even focus and stuff. Assigning massive numbers of black children to special education classes. Integration been used to deprive black children of the advantage of being a majority population. Finally, in 1991, the United States Supreme Court, in its Board of Education of Oklahoma versus Dowell decision, ruled that school districts could halt integration efforts. Thus, for the first time in history, Black Americans are free to return to local control and fashion their own education plan and policies. So see, since 1991, Black Americans are free to return to local control and fashion their own education plan and policies. So yeah, let me go back to this. I'm gonna have to go back to this curriculum because that's what we're gonna need. We're gonna need that curriculum. It would be so much feasible, quick, if those who knew go ahead and help us help you set up your school. Help me set up my school. Even if it's just a little small school, just reading the fundamentals. I'll start there. I will start there because I know I will put in extra time, the extra effort to teach other things at other times to other ages, other groups of my people. But see, that's all right though. That's okay. Hey, I digress. I got it right here. It might take me longer. But see, that's because we ain't working together. We never work together. But yeah, we're going to stop right there because I'm finna go outside, honey. I'm finna go outside and enjoy my beautiful day. And best friend, I hope you is on here watching. Call me. And enjoy my beautiful day. Go try to find some more stuff for, as I prep and stuff. Look, I got 2 more of these. I got to get some of these little lamps for my grandbabies. For whatever blackout or anything happen and stuff, Yeah, you got your whole pack of batteries for each one of your lamps. That one over there take tea lights. So that's going to be, whoever got that right there, all these tea lights right here go with you, with this right here. This is for you. That'll be for the oldest. Now the little ones, they'll get one with just a little light on it and stuff. Here your packs of batteries. I got you 1 pack of batteries now, and I'll get more batteries and stuff because you're going to need batteries. We're going to need all these little things and stuff. Just make sure you have them. I'm looking for a rechargeable battery that you can recharge your batteries and stuff. At some point, we're going to need generators. At some point, we will need generators. Your solar panels. We're going to need all of that good stuff. So, yeah, I got some work to do, too. To, be able to prepare myself for what's coming and stuff. Maybe I'll come back early. And I'll come on and we'll go through some of the stuff that I am preparing. I got my list somewhere that I be trying to have with me when I'm going out. So I'll know the kind of stuff that I need to focus more on. But I'm doing it so much when I see stuff, I automatically know, yep, I'll be able to use this. Yep, this right here gonna come in handy. Just like when I saw this right here, it was only for a split moment. I thought, no, I ain't gonna need that right there. But then once I thought about the being able to fashion some little stove with some concrete blocks, and you're gonna put your little fire maker off in the middle, so if the fire won't spread, it'll be contained. Well, this right here, I have some little do funny, and I'm gonna run this right here outside, so that way any smoke will be going outside. I gotta get duct tape because I want to be able to duct tape this around some kind of way where it won't be no fumes and stuff from the tape melting. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I will be able to do it and stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of the mindset now of looking for stuff that I can use and fashion out for myself and my babies and stuff. If I do have to go to my family for anything and stuff, then I want to at least have something that we all can use. Get you some of these. These ain't nothing but the emergency sleeping bags. You see how that woman is right there? It keep you warm. It'll keep them babies warm. And then with a little blanket on them, you got some scarves, gloves, or what have you. Yeah, start getting you little bitty things that you can utilize to get through whatever the hell is coming, because we in a whole new era right now. And this is just some of the stuff that I brought out and stuff, because I wanted to show y'all and stuff. Start getting you some universal tools. You might need them. I went and got me a drill, and I'm looking for other stuff to get. You know, I use my drill though. I'm gonna be using it for other stuff, but I got it now for my garden, because I'm growing my garden outside. And maybe when I come back, we'll be outside and stuff, and I can show you some of the garden and stuff and how it's doing. Even though it ain't, it ain't where I want it to be at. But yeah, I'm finna go by the office now too. They was busy. And see if I can just get me another apartment, honey. I need to be where the sun is shining in my apartment, on everything out here on this patio. And yep, if I can and stuff, I'm finna move again. Fuck the dumb shit. But I love y'all. I love you, my people. I love you to life and the afterlife. Don't forget, I do. I sincerely do. I know I'm long-winded. I know I'm kind of difficult. I do a lot of repetition. I take forever, you know. But it might take me a whole year to wrap this up and to be efficient. That's only 4 months away, though, ain't it? Because I've been there like 8 months, 7, 8 months now, I guess. But as long as it takes, I won't give up. You know, I still keep trying to be the best I can be when I'm on here and talking to us. And I don't want to waste y'all time and stuff. I hope you get something out of this. Even if it's, you know, to go to Dollar General, go to Dollar Tree and buy some of them seeds. Go to Walmart and buy your seeds. Get your soil, get all your fertilizer and stuff you're going to need like that, some plant food. And and go ahead and get started with your garden and stuff, even if it's something that's simple like that. If you already got your garden, even if you came away with nothing, but to, hey, take your cousin Shay Shay, give her some of them that out there. When you prune that and you thin it out, get her some soil, a couple of pots, and take it down there to her and tell her, here, sis, here, cuz, this right here for you. I just went through my garden and stuff, and I didn't know I had a harvest this big. So when I thinned it out, I want you to start your garden too. And you can set it right here. Give her some ideas. She'll do one and you do one. Show her how to do it. Help her get comfortable with it. Oh, yeah, we playing in dirt, sis. Yeah, in a couple of weeks, a couple of months, you finna have your whole bushel of carrots. Encourage her, you know, and let her know that, yeah, it's fun. It ain't like, you know, I'm out there mad and stuff while I'm in my garden. No, honey, I love being in my garden. Shit, honey, I about wish I was in. Yeah, I ain't even gonna go there and stuff because I won't stop. I will not stop. But yeah, I love it. I love being in my garden. It's giving me something to do. It's an effort. I know I'm gonna have a harvest of something, and I'm planting multiple things now. So my harvest, they may be small, but I got a feeling the ancestors are gonna really, they're gonna prosper my garden out here. They're gonna prosper for me and stuff because I'm putting in these efforts, and it's all sincere. And I got enough of everything growing that I'm gonna have my table gonna be full of everything. Cucumbers, some carrots. I'm gonna have some sage, cilantro, what is that? Thyme, some spinach, collard greens, onions, okra. That's what I got growing out there now. Bell peppers, you know. So I have an assortment of things that'll be growing, but it might not be 5 or 10, but that's fine with me. It's just me, you know, and I can keep growing the rest of it while I'm doing this right here and stuff, you know. And now I got some collard greens out there and they finally growing up. But we'll see it later if I get to come on and stuff. I just love y'all. And I want us to know that we can do this. Dr. Claus said in this book right here that, honey, we can break every monopoly that's set against us. We can break it, y'all. We don't have to let it keep continuing on and on just because this hatred still exists in the world. Just because this hatred may always exist in the world if white America don't step up and stop their people, if they don't start to sincerely let their people know, look at here, you done ruined life itself. Everybody on the whole planet hate us. Everybody on this whole planet hate us. Like people hate anacondas and people hate big toxic venomous snakes and won't go around them and stuff unless, you know, you got some people that be like, yeah, I got a boy in the house. It's growing big and strong. Other than them, people like that. But I'm just saying, you know, When white America realized that their ancestors have done all this damage and devastation, maybe then that's what it'll take for them to really get a good close look at themselves and see what they have truly done to life, to our life. I'm not just talking about us in this respect. I'm talking about to our life. You've ruined it, white America. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at your damn self. Be mad at your ancestors. Your ancestors did all of this. It ain't nothing that's being done on this planet now that your ancestors ain't had a hand in. It ain't. It just so happened that everybody surpassed your ancestors because whereas, say, like China, Japan, and other countries and stuff done built up their futuristic world, but they people gonna be all right. They people gonna be all right. Yeah. I seen it the other day and I was like, wow, that's a real fifth element. And here in America, we still living like hell. We about to go back out to the outhouse. About to go back out to the outhouse. White folks finna be talking, yeah, well, spitting all that tobacco and shit everywhere and yeah, all of that and stuff. But, you know, so yeah, white America, if they got anybody to be mad, angry, it should be themselves. It should be they people. You knew that your nephew, you knew he wasn't about shit. You knew he wasn't about shit. Now you done fell in love with Bubba. Your ass done fell in love with Bubba. However, your family is still out there terrorizing black people. Where the love for Bubba at? You mean tell me you supposed to be enough for my son? Well, I ain't got no sons, but I'm just saying. You can never be enough for my son. That's why black mothers and black fathers, my sister, tell your son, your daughter, start asking these folks some questions. Now they done said here she brought Kenny home. Kevin, Ken, Brad, brought him home to dinner 2 weeks ago. And now every time you see her, she's so happy. And she always on the phone with him. And he's sending flowers to the house and stuff. And you see her falling in love, thinking that this is true. Tell her to ask Kenny, ask Kevin, motherfucking ask Ken, before they go any further. Where his people fit in all of this? Where do his people fit in all of this? I mean his family. I ain't talking about white people. We know where white people fit, but specifically, ask them. Ask your interracial boo, where do they family fit in all of this? Ask them what benefit do you have for Shay Shay? Hey Kenneth, how you doing, Ken? Oh, it's Kevin. Yeah, Kevin, how you doing? Come on in. We just getting ready to eat and yeah, but what you want? How you doing? Yeah, it's good to see you again. Well, I just want to know what benefit do you have for my people, for Shay Shay people? Well, ma'am, I love Shay Shay. I want to be with her and we're going to get married and have babies. I know what you got for Shay Shay. I know what you can do for Shay Shay, what you got for Shay Shay, what you going to give to Shay Shay. But what benefit you got for Shay Shay people? Because, see, Shay Shay is a black woman. Shay Shay got black sisters, black brothers, black nieces, black nephews, a black grandmama. Shay Shay got a black great-grandmama that's still alive here with us. What benefit you got for Shay Shay people? Now, we don't put our great-grandmothers, our elders in nursing homes, Kevin, Ken. So what benefit do you got? Is great-grandmama finna come and live with y'all? Because, see, we all take care of our family here. And I just have them questions to ask. But we need to be something like that now at this point in time with this whole integration thing. Because Martin told y'all asses he led us into a burning house. I didn't know where I'm from, them little hick woods, them little hick towns and stuff. They don't teach us nothing down there shit here. I about didn't know what he was talking about. But now I do. He was saying he led us wrong to integrate with white America. Why y'all act like it's something different? Like that does not bear our attention. Like it don't deserve our attention, our critiquing, our thinking about. More than ever, it bears us to think about what he said. When are you going to come out from under white America? The Bible told you that. Come out from under them. The Bible said Babylon will fall. Malcolm said, don't let them teach your kids. Maya Angelou said, when a person show you who they are, believe them. All of these lessons, and we didn't learn none of them. So now that's what we doing today. That's why we here today. Everybody, that's why you here. That's why you woke. That's why you listening. You paying attention to things. You see, because I see it within my friends, my family, my own family, my social circles, the restlessness. I see it. Oh yeah, I see it. And the people that I'm around, they know I see it. They know what's coming from me. They know what's coming from me. That's why now I'm pretty much by myself, because ain't nobody ready. Ain't nobody ready for me to say, here, I got your books. Here, I got your books. It's time to start reading. I ain't got but 2. They ain't ready for that yet. But it's coming. It's coming. If you're around me, it's going to come. Because I ain't got nothing else to offer your ass. I'm just saying, Aya! Is that Aya? It is so good to see you. I knew that was your name as soon as I seen it. Thank you so much. I will. I'm about to wrap this up and stuff. You know, I just got a few more things to say. But yeah, to be around me, I got to have solutions for us and stuff. No. Ray ain't coming home with me. I can't take Ray with me. You know that little boy is off the chain and stuff. I'm going to whoop his ass. If he come with me, he going to be coming back telling you, TT Face whoop me. And every time she looked at me, I know she want to whoop me again. So now Ray can't come with me. Now you're going to have to take him with you. I can take the rest of the kids with us. We going to the park. We finna go sliding and swinging. We going to go out and get us some fruits and vegetables and eat and stuff. You know, yeah, we finna go have us fun, but Ray can't come. Y'all going to have to get these babies together. Now, being around me, I get some of my books in multiples. You take both of them. Here. You get one to Ray ass and get the other one to Shay ass. I'm just saying. We got to start setting boundaries. Ain't no more talking about, well, did it? Did it what? What about it? What can you do? What has he done for you? Nothing. I ain't got conversation about that no more. None of that even matters to me. The most deterrent we going to get off of Black America is talking about the weather. And I just want to say before I go, they said that there's some angel wings in the sky and stuff, y'all. Them ain't no real angels coming through the clouds. Now, I know the Bible said that Jesus going to come on a cloud, a white horse or something. It's going to be thunder and all that and stuff. But don't let these folks fool y'all asses that that's a real angel up there in the cloud. Now, if you truly think that that's a real angel and you see it, and you know, I don't care what face say, that's got to be real. That is an angel. Ask some questions. Ask some questions. Just cup your hand and, angel, archangel. It could be Gabriel, Raguel, Sariel, Remiel, Uriel, Archangel, Michael, Archangel. It could be Archangel Metatron. Ask some questions. Ask them some questions. You see Jesus come through the clouds. Ask them some questions. An alien come through the clouds. Ask some questions. Because see, these people playing mind games on you. Ain't nobody coming. No, Jesus is not coming. The rapture when? When? He coming then? But this must be the second rapture. Or the second coming of him. The third, actually. Because we waiting on the second coming. That's what y'all said. And tried to teach me. But they were waiting on him too. They were waiting on him too. He never came. So I'm just saying, ask some questions. You got to ask some questions, Black America, because you ain't done nothing on this planet to even equal half of this. You ain't done nothing. Even with our weakest links out there. And we know they all, honey. They stampeding through the world and stuff, honey. Just wreaking havoc on everybody and everything that they can. I'm telling you, the self-hate, the dedicated ignorance, that self-hate, honey, yeah. Once it's there and it's done grown and matured in our families out there and stuff, honey, only the strong will reach out to them. Only the strong with them huge testicular, yeah, them huge nuts can get out there and approach them. Us weaklings, we can't do it. Now, I'll go out and talk to my people, but I know the ones that I can't. Honey, I'm gonna have to hand you over to brother. Brother, here, let me give you these books so you can go on out there and talk to them. Yeah, Ray is a different kind. That's more your energy. Yeah, that's me. I can say it. Hey, I can't do that. No, no, me and Ray, I'll tie his ass up. I'll tie his ass up. He'll be strapped to a chair. Sure will. He won't hear nothing but me reading book after book after book after book. That's it. Yep, he can't do nothing but open his mouth. Let me shove some damn oatmeal in your mouth and shit. Yep, that's all I could do for him. But you, my brother, you're so intelligent, you're brave. You is so brave and courageous. I love you and I thank you for everything you're doing. I sure do, honey. And I even burned my candle, my white candle in there. My spiritual guide told me. She told us, burn your spiritual candle. And it's white right here. You see the writing on it? You see that writing on that candle right there? Burn it for protection for all of y'all. For me too, for all of us. So that we can be protected in this new awakening. Because we're in a new awakening now. Black America is in a new awakening. I would say the second awakening. Because this right here was the first reawakening. But we are in a new awakening now. Because of white America. We are. Ain't no denying it. There's no denying it. We got to wake up this time. Or we might not get the opportunity again in this new world order. I don't know what a new world is supposed to be like, but we've seen some pictures and movies of it. And it looked like it's becoming a real thing. You know, Black America. Just don't be a fool and a dummy. And be the only ones that can't hold ourselves. Let's not be the ones that can't hold ourselves throughout all of this. Because you know damn well other people ain't going to hold your black ass. I'm just saying, you know. But I love y'all to life and afterlife. Keep some gratitude in your heart. Keep some gratitude in your heart and always keep a song on you, honey. Always keep a song on you. And I'm finna go out and get me some sunlight. I'm finna go walk outside barefoot. And yeah, and just have me a nice, enjoyable day. I love life. I love this. This is us. Ain't nothing to be upset about. Don't be mad and bitter about nothing and stuff. Yeah, I go there sometimes. But what I'm reading and stuff, it's deserved. It's justified to me. And Bernie John said, if you see a good fight, get in it. So I'm in it now. But yeah, algorithmic overhaul, another awakening. Yeah, we keep going through them, but this is the last one right here. This is the last awakening we finna have with white America. We finna give everybody else white America. White America gonna have to find their comfort, that comfort zone, that love, and that pampering and the praise and stuff, and that look of adoration. I see it in some of our eyes and stuff when we look at a white person, just heart just filled with love. You know, all that bullshit, give it to somebody else. You can give it to the Asians. You can give it to the Hmong. You can give it to any other group of people. They all out there. I hear there's some Ukrainians out there. So give it to them. But as far as us, melanated people, we letting all that shit go. You know, y'all take a proposal on who you want to give it to. But we ain't finna do that no more. No, we finna see white America for what they really are, what they've really done. And this is their opportunity to step up for what they ancestors have done. You know, we ain't here to say, oh, yeah, we want revenge on y'all asses. It's payback time. No, we just here to say, hey, we done. We're done with you. While your man, your big brother, Drumpus, is out there taking everything back, erasing everything, tell him to give us our shit. Give it to us, goddammit. If it's finna be two Americas, so be it. So be it. Now we talking politically correct. Because see, it's always been two Americas, a Black America and a white America. It's always been that way. I know it seemed like we integrated into one, but we didn't. That's what white America wants you to think. We integrated into one because like a watermelon, during that rind right there, that rind is everybody. White people, black people, Mexican people, Arab people, everybody. Well, we really just talking about black people and white people. That rind is just white people and black people. But when you get to the flesh of that watermelon, that's all white folks. That's like the inner part right there. White folks is okay with the peripheral, the outsides being mixed with black people and white people mingling, marrying, having bonds and businesses and benefits and together and stuff like that. But as far as the inner workings, no, that's only for white folks. So, you know, we finna break all of that right there. If it's gonna be two Americas, it's gonna be two Americas, a Black America and a white America. We need the same thing they got, and we can get it. It's in the books right here. We gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. And yeah, I just want to know, shit, is you with or not? Yeah, you know, it don't really matter because I'm with my ancestors on this. And yeah, they said it's time. So yeah, let me go because I got 5% of battery anyhow. And I'm really glad them people didn't come on here and stuff because I had some cuss words ready for their ass today. But hopefully we done with that. We done with all that and stuff because I don't even want to be focused about white folks or worried about white folks and stuff. I just hope white folks is getting their shit together. Work on themselves. George Fraser said we can't heal nobody but us. You know, other than talking about them because that's what this is about. Other than mentioning this and that right there and stuff, you know, I don't be out being like, oh, girl, you look like Carolyn Bryant. Oh, you smell like Carolyn Bryant. You even sound like that woman. What you doing? Looking for another Emmett Till that you can set up and sabotage? I don't be out on that. I do not be out like that and stuff. You know, I enjoy life. I love life. But when I see a motherfucker misusing my people, oh yeah. Oh yeah, honey, you'd be like, damn, where you come from? Like I just came out the blue. You've just popped up on your ass and stuff. But other than that, yeah, I'm pretty cool and laid out. I just love my people like everybody love their people. Yeah, I love you to life and afterlife.